Okay, so I think one of the fun things we should do, we can look at this first. So what I want to do, team, is take a look at this patch 7.1.5 projected, not guaranteed warrior changes, because there's a lot of things that I've been excited about talking to you guys about. So let me take a little sneak peek. I feel like this first thing, this hamstring, that's just a tooltip correction. Echo Slam is being removed. Removed, gone. Big honor talent, removed. Intercept, helpful honor talent, removed. Okay. Shadow of the Colossus is they're changing it, and I'll show you where it's being changed later. It still does the charge, resets the cooldown of Colossus Smash, but you also gain more rage from charge, which is kind of cool. You also have Sharpened Blade, so that was already in, but now the cooldown is a 15-second cooldown. So you're gonna be able to, your next Mortal Strike will deal 30% increased damage and reduce healing taken by the target by 70% for 4 seconds. I already like this talent. The problem is it was just like on a super long cooldown, and now it's not on a super long cooldown. On a 15-second cooldown, which is pretty short cooldown, which is awesome. Wrecking Crew, our other very last honor talent, removed. Okay? Fury, we could look at, should we look at Fury and Prot? I mean, really? Really? I'm just gonna focus on arms. Prot, stuff's happening to Prot, okay? Stuff's happening to Fury, alright? I'm more interested in arms. I'm playing arms this whole time. So we go to, now we go to, so this is on Wowhead. Now we go to MMO Champion, they have different changes, so. They're showing us that the charge route is being, the super OP charge route is being nerfed. So it only roots for 1 second now, okay? Ridiculous. But anyway, this is a Prot Warrior thing. Who cares? Devastator Prot, who cares? Vengeance, who cares? PP talents. Now, this does apply to arms warriors. I still don't think I'm going to use this one, but we'll see. Bodyguard. It protects an ally, causing 40% of all physical damage they take to be transferred to you. When the target takes physical damage, your revenge or shield slam, which is like, what does that do for arms warriors? And it says protection warrior tier 2 PP talent. So when we go look at our PP talent calculator, bodyguard's still there, but it's for arms. So I don't really understand what that's about. Maybe it resets the cooldown of something for arms. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it lasts a long time, or until you break range, 10-yard range, and it's a 15-second cooldown. So it's very short. All of our utility right now is on a super short cooldown. So we'll see. It's a 1.5-second cooldown, but that's just like global cooldown, basically, I think. I know, I noticed that too. We'll see. It's data minus not alright. Exactly, exactly. Death Wish is what we saw for Fury. It can stack up a lot higher, but has a long cooldown on it. Disarm. Tier 2 PP talent. Disarms for 8 seconds, making them deal a lot less damage. So I wonder if you can disarm a caster and still make them deal less damage. It'd be funny. 30-second cooldown. Probably a little short of a cooldown, honestly. Because you have like 1/3 disarm uptime. That's really annoying. Especially when you pair that with duel. You challenge target to a duel. While challenged, all damage you and the target deal to other targets other than each other is reduced by 50%. It lasts 8 seconds, and it's on a 25-second cooldown, 20-yard rage. So I think that these two talents probably will have to have their cooldown increased, because arms warriors have like super low cooldown on their utility and their big mortal strike now. So I feel like all those cooldowns might be increased just like a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. Commanding Shout. This is another talent, and we'll go over these talents in the talent calculator in a second. The cooldown of Commanding Shout is reduced by 2 minutes. So Rallying Cry is gonna have like a, or it's Commanding Shout is gonna have a 1 minute cooldown if you use that talent. So lots and lots and lots of utility changes. Shadow of the Colossus is now like a tier 5 PvP talent. It does what it did before, but it gives you extra rage on charge. Here are the nutty ones. Sharpened Blade, it's a 15-second cooldown. Absolutely insane. We talked about that a second ago. Storm of Destruction. Now they took out the AoE on the Mortal Strike effect. This is how you get AoE Mortal Strike. Reduces the cooldown of Blade Storm by 50%. 45-second Blade Storm cooldown. Also applies Mortal Wound to all targets that you hit. AoE, shorter cooldown, Mortal Strike with Blade Storm. That's insane. I still think I'd probably use Sharpened Blade more, but that is gonna be so much fun for like BGs and RBGs, like super short cooldown Blade Storm. But these are both really good. Shadow of the Colossus is cool, but I think that these two outperform it right at this point. But we'll see. We'll see. I also have War Banner is also another one, where you throw down a War Banner at your feet, rallying your allies, increases haste by 15%, movement speed by 15%, and reduces the duration of all incoming crowd control effects by 50%. That's huge. That's the biggest part of it, is the decreased CC duration. Last 15 seconds, and it's a 1.5 minute cooldown. So hamstring once again. This is all just prot stuff, and I don't really care about prot stuff. There are cool changes, like for example, like my legendary neck is getting buffed to give you a shield all the time, not just when you're not taking damage. But instead of that, I'm just gonna focus on the arms warrior stuff right now because I'm doing it. You smell Bajheera YouTube BG video store instruction? Oh yes, that's gonna be so much fun. So here's when they changed some things. These are the same right now. Now on this talent you have Death Row, which I probably won't use. I'll probably end up taking Disarm a lot of the time against this, because Bodyguard's cool, but I don't know why that's on an arms tier, because it's just gonna reset Shield Slam, is what it says, which isn't right. So we'll see. But I think Disarm is probably gonna be the talent of choice here. I think it'll be always good, always good. Here, let's make some decisions. Rage Machine is cool. Spell Reflection is really useful a lot of times, but having Rallying Cry on a 1 minute cooldown is really helpful. So you're seeing so much utility getting built into our PvP talents now, which is awesome. Here's another really cool talent tier, is Pain Train. You can either give your teammates crit when they're in melee range of you and reduce the battle cry cooldown, or you have Duel, which is like a really good peel. So if somebody's trying to swap to your healer, you duel them and they only can hit you, or they'll deal 50% less damage to your healer, which is really nice. So these two talents together are gonna make warriors really annoying. And this, like, we're constantly gonna be saving our teammates through different sort of peels, which is pretty intense actually. Like even if these are on a minute cooldown, 1 minute you disarm, 1 minute you duel, 1 minute you rally and cry, like just rotate those with your partner's defensive cooldowns. That's gonna be really strong. Even if they do get buffed, like I said, or nerfed to a minute cooldown, that's still really strong. War Banner's also neat, because you can, like, if there's like a heavy setup comp like RMD, you can drop War Banner during their go, and all of the CC will be reduced. I think they'll probably be able to kill these War Banners, is the thing. So we'll see about that. This looks like an actual disarm. Sounds like I'm doing less damage. Well, yeah, but doing less damage is still helpful. Like, they might not do no damage, but they'll do less. Same thing with Duel. It won't make them deal no damage to somebody else, but it'll make them deal 50% less damage, which is still good. But then we have War Banner. So if you can kill that, that's something to think about, but it's still good. Still makes you have increased haste, increased move speed, and reduced CC. This talent tier is nuts. We talk about Storm of Destruction, reduces the cooldown of Blade Storm by 50%, and applies mortal wounds to everything. You're just gonna be spitting on everybody all the time. It'll be so much fun, especially if you stack it with Pain Train. If you don't do anger management, it's a 45-second cooldown for both of these. So this is like a really good BG spec right here. Just every Blade Storm is gonna have AoE Mortal Strike with guaranteed crits and bleeds and everything. So that's a really fun combo. Shadow of the Colossus is still good. I mean, resetting the cooldown of Colossus Smash and extra rage is still really nice. But I think Sharpened Blade, I'm going to be playing with that one a lot. Sharpened Blade is awesome. I love the fact, I mean, I already like the talent as it is. I just want it to be on a shorter cooldown. I think 15 seconds might be a little too short of a cooldown, but we'll see. Either way, even if like a 20-second cooldown would be pretty good, no matter what. Even 25, probably 30's pushing it at that point. But either way, for 20-25, would be good. And I'm really excited about that talent. So everything's looking good. I think all in all, looking at everything, warriors are not gaining a lot of like not like big damage. I mean, Sharp Blade is big damage, kind of. But what we're gaining is utility, and that's like one of the biggest areas of concern for warriors was. At first they nerfed our damage stuff. They buffed strength a little bit. Then we were like really defensively weak, but they buffed our stamina a little bit, which helps. But then we lacked utility. So we could have gotten offensive utility with like more stuns or something, or stuns on different talent tiers, or we could go back to what warriors are good at, which is protecting our teammates, being useful, being, you know, helpful to our allies in combat. I think that's what they did with Disarm, Bodyguard, if you want to use it, which I don't know if I will, but Master and Commander and Duel, awesome. But even though we're going really high utility, we still are very helpful with offense, or this is defensive utility. We're still really helpful with offensive utility by bringing like a huge Mortal Strike on a short cooldown, or AoE damage with AoE Mortal Strike, or I guess we could do, you know, quicker reset. But all the talents have usefulness. It's just depending on what you want to do, and you have to be smart about it, like depending on what you're fighting or what you want, what kind of build you want to be. That's when you're going to have to make these talent choices. But the fun thing is, a lot of talent choices actually look good. So pretty happy about that one, man. So all in all, that's going to be my patch 7.1.5 review. Time to play some Heroes of the Storm, but 7.1.5 is looking really good. I'm excited. So I know you want to talk about it. There we go.